There's always somebody making it hot. You ever hear that expression, you making it hot? When you got something going, you know what I'm saying, and people just started putting it on blast. Now everybody doing it to the point where, you know what I'm saying, now you got to stop doing it because people are catching on, and I mean, it could be a problem. That's pretty much what's going on with Diddy, man, the whole sex trafficking thing. A lot of single men are guilty of sex trafficking. If you ever paid for a woman's Uber, if you ever paid for a woman's flight to come see you, just to have a good time with her, literally like pump and dump, you wasn't planning on like making her your girl. Most dudes who fly women out, you're not trying to make her your girlfriend, you're just trying to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You've seen her on social media, you like her body or whatever, or you met her how you met her, y'all been texting or whatever the situation goes, and now you paying for her way to get there. Listen, if things go wrong, right? If she got the feeling that you actually just using her, and you know what I'm saying, she's a bitter woman who doesn't understand that it's a even exchange, you could get in serious trouble, man. You could get hit with sex trafficking charges, especially if you get into multiple girls. If you're a person who's used to, you know what I'm saying, if you're single, you're used to paying for multiple girls' way to get to you, used to paying girls Ubers to get to you, you know what I'm saying? You messing with these women who don't have their own car or don't want to pay their own way or can't pay their own way, man, it could end up real bad for you, man, all because of P. Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand, man, the police presence is heavy at the airports. Like, they are watching. They are not stupid, man. They have certain agencies and undercover police that are watching these females, man. They seen what they Louis Vuitton bags, Dior bags, or whatever, their fancy luggage. You know what I'm saying? And they're watching who's picking them up and stuff like that. And they may even be following them. You know what I'm saying? You could get caught up that way. There's a lot of young men who aren't even rich, aren't even really wealthy. You know what I'm saying? They rent these Airbnbs with their boys. They go in on an Airbnb, and sometimes these dudes be out of country, be in a whole different country, and you paying for a woman's Uber to come get to you. Bro, that is a setup for failure. You gotta be very careful, man. I have been on this type of stuff, but now ever since Diddy, it's really gonna be on this type of stuff even more. And Diddy's not gonna be the only one going down. I apologize for eating while I'm talking to you. I apologize. Probably shouldn't do that, but Diddy's not gonna be the only one going down. There's gonna be other celebrities going down because that's all these celebrities do, man. They sex traffic. They pay for women's flight, and they pay for women's way to get to them. When you have so much to lose, man, why are you putting yourself in this situation? You heard it from me first. I don't know how many other people are going to be talking about it this way. There's plenty of people making clout off Diddy. If you notice, I never did a video on Diddy. Because why? What for? I've been knew Diddy was the way he was. And I noticed other channels that were smaller channels that got tons of views. Just because they were talking about Diddy. I don't want people to subscribe to my channel because I'm talking about Diddy. Because they're going to eventually leave. Those type of people are not going to stay because this channel is not based on celebrity drama, celebrity gossip, celebrity worship. Here and there, I may throw a rapper in there and talk about a rapper or whatever like that if they had a major influence on the youth or a major influence on other black men, but I'm not gonna do that. But this is something that has to be a real eye opener for a lot of men, man, because you're gonna have a lot of women that will be willing to trick you about your position. A lot of women that are okay with lying, you know? A lot of women that are okay with playing the victim blaming, Me Too and stuff like that. You're gonna have a lot of Me Too's coming out. And unfortunately, if you're a single man and you're doing pretty well for yourself, you're doing okay for yourself, and you have multiple women that you have paid to come see you just for you to have sex with, you may have already done the damage, you know? You may have already done the damage. I remember watching porn, man. I used to watch porn. I haven't watched it in years, but I remember I used to watch porn heavily. And there was just one dude, man, this one black dude. He was known for that type of stuff. He was known for flying baddies out. You know what I'm saying? Of different backgrounds, different ethnicities. And I thought it was cool. Man, this dude smashing Asian women. He smashing Spanish women, older women. He smashing all kinds of women, man. You know what I'm saying? And he will actually show himself booking the flights. He will actually show himself getting their Uber. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now I look back and think about it, man. This dude is literally self-snitching, like how all these rappers do when they catch a body and then they put it in a song, you know, or when they go on DJ UTV, or they go on Vlad, you know what I'm saying, and they brag about what they did. It's the same thing, man. It's a crime. You putting vagina over a tailpipe is a crime. You putting vagina between two airplane wings is a crime. Just because you haven't got caught yet doesn't mean anything. Just because you haven't got charged doesn't mean anything. There's plenty of men that are doing illegal things day to day. Plenty of people doing illegal things and they haven't got caught for yet. It's gonna catch up to you. It will. Unfortunately, I got my seatbelt on. I was like, what is that beeping noise? I have my seatbelt on. I want to get off anyway, but yeah, man, you gotta think about this stuff, man. When you got a lot to lose. Even if you're not a millionaire, even if you're not sitting on over 100 grand in your bank account or in your safe, you still have a lot to lose, because time is everything. You're gonna lose time dealing with the court system, dealing with prison and in and out of jail. You're gonna lose money having to pay for lawyers and stuff like that to fight your case. You don't ever want to put vagina on a tailpipe, but I know you've been doing it. This is your message to stop it, man. Stop it, because you never know when you might meet the wrong one or the right one, however you want to say it. You know, when women tell you, oh, you got the right one. I know you heard that before. The way I'm describing it, I'm gonna say the wrong one because it could trick you about your position, but trick you about your freedom. But you know, a lot of women like to say you got the right one, I'm gonna get you. Fellas, man, you gotta take this stuff serious, man. This is no joke. You shouldn't even be dealing with those type of women in the first place. Why are you dealing with a woman that can't pay her own way to come see you? You know? That's corny. That's corny. And I would say she's broke, she's a scammer, or she's entitled. Why would you want to mess with a girl that's broke, entitled, or a scammer? A lot of single men don't care because they're getting some butt out of it. And I'm not trying to be sexual, man, but a lot of you dudes are like 2-pump chumps, or like a couple minute men. You can only last 5-10 minutes. So not only are you risking your freedom, not only did you pay for her way to come see you, but you did that for a 10-minute nut. When you could have you could have got a female that's maybe she's a 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? But you don't got to pay her away. You don't got to worry about the risk of a sex trafficking charge. You never know who's who. You never know what woman you're dealing with if she has, you know what I'm saying, detectives or police officers in her family. Not every woman's going to tell you this, what you just talking to her. Remember, you're not trying to get to know her to be your girlfriend or your fiance or your baby mother, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You just literally just want to pump and dump. You like her because she has a nice body and she looks like a freak. And from the conversation, she seems like she's with it. She seems like an eater. That's the only reason why. So you're not going to get all this information out of a woman that's how you're looking at her as. That's why you gotta stop, period. You gotta stop paying for a woman's way to come see you to have sex. I'm telling you right now, man. You gotta stop this crap. Because no one is exempt. No matter how big, no matter how small. Look at this. I'm sitting here eating my banana and apples, and there was a bee. Literally a bumblebee flying by my window. I had to let up my window. He would have been in here. That's crazy. I got a little bit of honey on it too. I wish I could show y'all, man. This dude's literally on my car right now. It's crazy. But yeah, anyways, man. I've never, ever paid a woman's way to come see me, to come sleep with me. I remember when I had a roommate when I was living in my apartment. This was back in like 2014. I always go back to between like 2014 to like 2017, man. Those were some really, really good years because I had my own apartment, you know what I'm saying? I was on my own and I was really on my player shit heavy. And I really had females in rotation. But anyways, I remember when I was dealing with this little fun-sized little thing. She had to be like, she was slightly under 5 feet or 5 feet, man. She was so short. But she was thick, man. She was a thick white thing. Her name was Sabrina. And she used to take a cab, taxi, however you want to call it, to come see me. I never paid her. She paid for it her own way. And she already knew what time it was. She knew she was coming to my house, coming straight into my room, and we were going to be laying in the bed doing what we doing, and that's that. And she'd leave the next morning. She would stay the night a lot of times. But this girl came over a good 4 or 5 times. Maybe out of all those times, once I picked her up. But no, I never even offered to pay for her cab or taxi. Never. And this, like I said, this was years ago before I even thought about sex trafficking, even knew what that was or anything like that. I say that to say this. Things become habits. I never was a simp. I never paid for women on dates. I never paid for dinners. Never bought women shoes and all this stuff. So as I got older, and when I got in serious relationships, I was the same way. Never was really too extravagant with birthday gifts. Like I did get my girlfriend some birthday gifts, but never was too extravagant. Never celebrated Valentine's Day. Never was crazy with Christmas and all these weird holidays and stuff like that because I was never like that beforehand. Before I even got into a serious relationship, that's just how I was. That's how I moved. I never believed in spoiling women. You know, unfortunately, my mom has a lot to do with it. I dealt with a piece of shit mom. So I never really had respect for women. I never really had a father figure in my life to teach me how to respect women. So that's when that becomes a gift and a curse. A curse because you're gonna misuse women, you're gonna hurt women's feelings, you're gonna break hearts. But a gift because you'll never simp, you'll never waste your money on a woman. And let me just say before I go, that's how men really get heartbroken. You want to really talk about how men get heartbroken? It's not because a woman leaves them, it's because of what they invested into a woman when she leaves. You get what I'm saying? When you done bought her gifts, when you done paid for expensive dinners, when you done brought her around your family, when you done called out of work just so you could go to her niece's game or her cousin's game or actually spend time with her. This is when it hurts when a woman cheats on you. We find out she cheated because you done invested so much into her. I've never gotten hurt by a woman except for a woman that was actually my real girlfriend I was with for years. We were together for 5.5, 6 years, and I was hurt because we were together for so long. But it was not because of what I invested into her. She invested into me. She grew up with a silver spoon in her mouth. I grew up with pretty much nothing. She invested in me from day one. From the first night I met her, I was calling her mom mother-in-law. From the first night I met her. I told her I met her mother when she picked her up from the movies. I said, "Hi, mother-in-law. I'm going to be your future son-in-law." I told her that. And me and her daughter lasted 5.5 years. We never got married, but we lasted a long time. I manifested it. So yeah, man. I hope you literally take heed to everything I said in this video. And be very careful, man, what you paying for play. And paying for play and paying a woman's way. All right? I'll catch you next one. Peace and love.